Good afternoon, adventurers! Welcome to John's Dungeon Corner, live from Altamonte Springs, Florida. All right, we got a cool show this afternoon, depending on what part of the world you're in. So, we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, dice. Because what D&D game is a game without dice? You got to have dice. So, we have got a really cool collection in that's come in. These foam brain ones are just out of control. Like I told you, there's the character class ones. You got to come into the store to see them, but they're really cool. Anyway, hey, there's my son. Hey, Antonio, and there's his fiance Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Woo! They're in store. Sarah's usually in St. Thomas, but she's here visiting, so that's an awesome store. And where does she come? She comes to St. Thomas, from St. Thomas to Altamonte Springs, Florida, in the collective. Antonio, come say hello to everybody so that they know that I really do have a son, and you're just not a finger of my imagination, just like this tavern back here. There he is. Hey, that's Antonio, my son. And yes, he is taller than me. Let's get that out of the way now. Okay. So, with that being said, and there he goes. All right. So, dice. Oh my gosh. We have the bricks of six-siders. You can never have enough six-sided dice, okay? And you know what the cool thing about these bricks are? They come in the same colors as all the Chessex polyhedral dice, which are the ones we actually play for D&D. You know, everybody says, "Oh yeah, the 8-sided, the 12-sided." They're actually called polyhedral dice. Why? I don't know, because that's what they called them. But we have the matching bricks, and over here we have this company here. These are the Mother Earth dice from Havesies Dice. These are blue and green. Very cool. They're really nice. They come in these nice towers. And then, of course, we have the old school. These are purple, of course, old school dice. Come in a little tube, you know. And then, of course, we always got loose dice. But check this out. We got some really cool ones here. The big six-siders. Look at that big mamma jamma. I'm going to bring that up to the camera. You got to see this. This thing is huge. I love it. Hey, Danny, how are you, bud? Look at that. Isn't that like the coolest thing? It is big, and you can read the numbers, and for me, that's awesome. But then, there's not just six-sideds. Bum, bum, bum. We got the big 20-sided. Look at this insanity. Look at that mamma jamma, huh? Oh, 20! Critical! Bam! And not to be outdone, Foam Brain Games has the Mystery Loot dice. It comes with a full set of dice and a metal dice. And you don't know what colors you're getting until you open it. That's why it's called the Mystery Loot bag. Bum, bum, ba. All right. Over here, talking about dice, because dice is one of my favorite subjects. We have the Dice Tower. Dun, 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 dun. If you're tired of rolling them and having them bounce everywhere, you take your dice like so, and you put them at the top, and look at that. It rolls, and it rolls, and you roll, and keep rolling. All right. They have a song like that. They see me rolling. But anyway, so now this big boy right here, this is actually, ready for this, a die that stores dice. So we got a die within a die. So it's like this. You open it up right here. Dun, dun, dun. Look at this. And you just grab dice and you stuff them in there. Look at that. Oh, man. You probably put like let me see. That's a bunch of D20s. And I still got room for more. I ran out of dice to put in here. That's a first. No, but anyway, so as you can tell, you can store quite a few dice in there. Woohoo! Oh, look, I forgot a few. Wow, that's kind of cool. See that? So I'm guessing you could probably put about 3 sets of dice in here. Okay? And the cool thing is you can clip it right on to your belt or your backpack or whatever it is. Look at that. That's so just too cool. Over here, of course, my assistant. Oh, wait. He's been complaining he's not getting enough airtime. There he is. That's Moogaloo. Boogaloo the Beholder. He's a little young, but he wanted to be on the show, so there he is. He's been hiding out, just waiting for the right moment to pop out. His favorite line is, "I see you." Anyway, that's a little bit Beholder joke. Beholder humor, in case you're wondering. All right, so now, of course, D&D, you know, can't play Dungeons and Dragons. You can, but I say no fine session of Dungeons and Dragons is complete without the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual, and the Player's Handbook. All right, so now let's get to the meat and potatoes and drink of the show, which is, funnily enough, the book entitled The Dungeons and Dragons Hero Feast. Gorgeous book, hardback book, and inside of it is the most glorious cuisine from all around the realms. And when I mean all around the realms, I mean it. It comes from the Sword Coast, which is in Faerun, Forgotten Realms. You've got Eberonian food from Eberron. You've got food from Dragonlance and the Last Home Inn. Inn of the Last Home. You've got the Yawning Portal recipes. Some of them are in here. There's human fare, dwarven fare, elven fare. The halfling cuisine is in there, and you know they like their food. So you know you can't go wrong there. And then there's a really cool assortment of odds and ends from all across. I mean, you've got food from orc food to some of the demon food that some of the halfling fingers. Hey, don't ask. Look it up in there. But so the cool thing about this book is, though, let me show you the recipe that we're going to be cooking as our main dish this weekend. So feast your eyes on this. Now, it's lunchtime, so you can run out and go get some lunch. But look at that. That, my friends. Look at that. Those are Senbian honey glazed Roth ribs. Look at that. And we're going to make that this weekend because it looks good, doesn't it? It tells you the recipe and how to cook it and everything. Look at that. So that's what we're having tonight, Sunday night. Look at that. But we're not just going to have it with that. We're going to have it with Otex spiced fried potatoes, which is right up here. And for those of you who don't know, Otek is the tavern keeper of the Last Home in Dragonlance. Here it is, Otek's skillet fried spiced potatoes. There's no picture, but there's the recipe. Oh, wait, let me move my big finger. Look at that. So there's the recipe for that one. And then back here, wait till you see this. If you're a mushroom lover, if you like mushrooms, let me tell you what. Look at this. Drow mushroom steaks. And when I mean, look at that. Look at those beautiful portobellas. Oh my gosh, look at those portobello mushrooms. Oh, wait, let me turn it so you can see it. There we go. I keep getting this weird glare. There we go. Look at that, huh? Woo, we're having that. And then we're going to have a halfling pie for dessert. All of it homemade. It's right back here. I'm going to show you that too because, woo, I'm going to tell you what, this food is good. You know halflings know how to eat now. You know they know how to eat. Here it is. It's called Heartland's Roast Apple and Blackberry Pie. Look at that. Now, if that's not a pie to make your mouth water with heavy cream and it's at rose apples and blackberries. Oh, hello. Yep, we're feasting. Why this weekend? Because I am running a 2-day, a Saturday and Sunday game this weekend over at the house for my party, my group of players. That's how we roll. It's the end of the year, and we got to close it out with a big bang and lots of dice rolling. Know what I mean? That's the way we roll. No pun intended. Well, maybe some pun. But anyway, so looky. There are so many wonderful stocking stuffers. If you're wondering what to get your friend, your best friend, your BFFFFF, husband, wife, fiance, significant other, whatever, son, daughter, niece, nephew, whoever it may be. There are so many stocking stuffers here at the collector that you can have, that you can get, and just make them happy. And you know what? There's dice. There's dice sets. Hello, my love. Good to see you. Merry Christmas to you too. Hey, William, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Looking. Oh yeah, thank you, thank you. I'm at the. I've been visiting the inns around the realms, and I just keep popping in here and there, and they invite me, and I feel like a guest star. I'm the guest star at their inn, and I get to do my show from it at the same time. It's a great mixture of technology and magic. It's awesome. But so dice, and hey, everybody, William's on here. I like this, as I always like to say. 47 Furious Tales is coming out at the end of February, March. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to it. And the new game, I mean, there's just so many wonderful things to look forward to next year. I'm going to save that information, though, towards for my end of the year broadcast, my last one of the year, setting up the next year, the new year. And it's going to be awesome. You should, let's see, my wife says, you should tell them about the drink. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at my wife reminding me. In the back of this Hero Feast, I did say food and desserts and drinks. In the back, I'm going to have to bring it up there so everybody can see it. So there's a whole back part to this. There it is, called Elixirs and Ales. Okay, and in it are some of the most exotic drinks from around. Here we go. So since I didn't show anything Dwarven, oh no, let me move it over so you can see it. That is the Dwarven mulled wine. And it gives you the recipe on how to make it, and all the ingredients and everything are right there. This will complement any meal. So that's a Dwarven mulled wine. Let me see what else I can find. Okay, so two favorites. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. There they are. Two drinks called. One is called Delayed Blast Fireball, and the Mind Flare. Woohoo! That'll get you going. Yeah. It's probably something that sneaks up on you. That Delayed Blast Fireball and the Mind Flare. Well, yeah, you can just only imagine. My son got that for me. William says it's such a good book. It is. And I was telling everybody we're cooking out of it. I showed the 3 recipes we're going to cook too. We're going to cook the Sembian. Yeah, that's right. Sembian. I said it. Sembian. Honey glazed Roth ribs. We're going to do Otek's skillet fried spicy potatoes. We're going to have the drow mushroom steaks, and we're going to top it off with the halfling, what is it? Rose apple and blackberry pie with heavy cream. Loving it. What a feast. That's happening Sunday. William, if you're in town, come on down. You are welcome to come on over. We're going to have some fun with that. But like I was saying, we're going to play Saturday and Sunday at the house. About 10 players. A couple of them are going to simulcast in, via Zoom. This magic that we've come up with in order to communicate with people, with each other, is awesome. I suggest it to everybody, especially if you don't want to get together in large groups. I know everybody's probably taking advantage of it anyway, but I always like to remind people that there are ways to get out there and get in touch with your friends and just have a good time. Dungeons and Dragons is a wonderful thing. You ain't got to be right here, right next to each other. I mean, right now I can run a game for everybody online right there, and we can roll dice. And you know what? I'll tell you what the biggest complaint about that is. Okay, well, I can't see the dice rolls. I don't care what your dice rolls are. I care that we're playing together, we're having a good time, we're role playing, and hey, if you hit every monster and kill every monster, whatever, it's a fun thing to do, right? So there's a little bit of everything for everyone in Dungeons and Dragons, and that's what I love about it. Basically, my entire family plays. I can say that. Yep, wife, both my sons, daughter-in-law, adopted daughters, my best friend, You know, it's just a wonderful thing. And there's like 10, 11 of us. My best friend, another who we call him Uncle Craig. He lives out in what is it, Newport Richey, which is about 3 hours from here, on the other coast and on the west coast. And you know, he plays with us via Zoom. And my other son, Mache, he's up in DC and he plays. So it can be done, and it's a lot of fun. They can hear you, they can see you, and that's what it is. It's all about interaction. So that's what I love about it. William said, let me see, I got to get up there. I ain't got my glasses, cray, but I don't. I got to get up here all crazy like. Okay, sweet. I've been speaking with Danny Morales about coming down that summer. We should definitely grab a meal. You're on. You are on. We will sit there and cook you a meal. We ain't going nowhere. We're going to cook you a meal when you come down. That's right. We're going to sit down. We're going to laugh and just have a good old time. See, that's what the collective's about. It's a community. I mean, Williams, he put together some wonderful comic books. And I keep telling you, he had, the Glenfallow series. It's amazing role RPG book for the 5th edition D&D. And I met him. You know how I met him? Through the collective. I talked to him just like this. You guys saw him on the show. Awesome guy. And we're gonna sit there and we're gonna have some dinner and some lunch and whatever else, and we're gonna laugh and we're gonna talk about stuff, and that's life. Having a good time with people who enjoy the same things as you, And you guys got to sit there and really, if you're not into comic books, I wasn't into comic books either. You gotta read. I keep saying it to everybody. You gotta read that 47 Furious Tales. If nothing else, just read that, and you will fall in love with it. It's an amazing story. It's a great take on it. The artwork. Oh my gosh, I can never remember her name. Alexia. William, correct me if I'm wrong. The artist, Alexia. He'll fix me up here in just a second. Let me see. Her name is fantastic. No, her name isn't fantastic. William. No. Anyway, so they've collaborated on quite a few things, so it's really cool. And I know that's not really Dungeons and Dragons, but it is, because I'll tell you what. You know what the coolest thing is about the D&D? So you see a movie, you read a book, you read a comic book, you hear a story, and here we go. Her name is I was right, Alexia. Oh, and I'm not going to try and pronounce the last name because she's been the artist for 47 Furious Tales and for several of the RPG books. So there you go. I mean, these are cool people, down to earth people. They'll talk with you. And like I said, hey, she also does private sketches. What's that called? Commission work. So you guys got to hit her up. Danny has all the information. Okay. And you definitely, if you want a character drawn or just a scene or something really nice just to hang up on your wall or display on your desk, or something that you can talk about with people, those are great conversation starters. Somebody walks into your office and you got a real neat, nice little sketch of whatever back behind you, and they say, "Wow, that's a really nice thing." And there you go, you broke the ice. It's a great way of doing it. I love it. Of course, I love artwork. So, hey, I love pretty. That's why I love these books. Oh, and you want to talk about artwork? Let me show you some of this artwork in this book. I mean, it's in the fantastic, in the Heroes Feast. Hold on. So here goes the picture of the human cuisine. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. And the food in there, is probably going to be just as. Oh, here we go. Barovian butterscotch pudding. Straight out of Strahd's country. Right? Yeah, look good. Woo! Yeah. I love it. I simply love it. There's just some really cool stuff going on in this book as far as artwork. I mean, not just the food, but just, okay, so let me get to the Elven. Oh, here we go. I went too far. Oh, and there's menus in here. So if you ever wondered, here goes the Elven cuisine. Look at this. This is how they introduce the Elven cuisine. It's just amazing. But back here is the menu to the Yawning Portal Inn. There's the menu. It's actually in there. the last home is in here. There's a couple of the inns in there. Menus are in here also. So you can take that if you're using the Yawning Portal, or if you're just looking for an actual menu that you can put into your game real quick. There it is. It's awesome. It's just amazing. And that's the kind of thing that you want. You want things that this is like a two in one. You got these great meals. It gives you a little bit of history that you can read about the different cuisine. I mean, if that's a part of your game that you want to introduce, I love it. I mean, when players come to the Dragon Song Inn, in Dragon Song, there's the tavern owner. His name is Ash, Thane's Ash, and he used to be an adventurer. He retired, and now he has a halfling that is his chef, and he cooks up all these great foods. And they have a brewmeister, and she's amazing too. And so it's just really neat stories, and there's a history there, so you can give your players an enrichment of not just the game world or the adventure they're going on or the area that they're in, but the locales that they frequent. Like if you go to Dragonar, which is, in time, it's almost like a good month's travel. About 3 weeks, about 3-4 weeks travel. There's the Dragonar Inn, and that's where the famous Dragonar Ale comes from. So there's a history to all that too, and the people who set that game up. And that's what I mean. These books give you ideas, and you can turn them and twist them and just fit them to your game. You don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time. Even in a campaign, there's so much resources out there. And I'm not going to get into resources because I've talked about them. This is really what I want to focus about is this book, this Heroes Feast, and it has so much food. I don't think you could cook everything in there in a month. I think there's that many recipes, and we're going to use 4 of them. Like I said, we're going to start with the drow mushroom steaks. And there's no meat in it. It says steaks because the portobello mushrooms that you're supposed to get are they're big, they're huge. Okay. And you put like 4 of these things down, and that's a plate. And so we're going to make that as our salad. And then our main dish is, of course, going to be the Sembian honey glazed Roth ribs. And then we're going to put Otek's, pan-seared or pan-stirred spicy potatoes with it. Then we got for dessert, we're going to have the halfling rose apple and blackberry pie with heavy cream. That heavy cream, let me tell you something. There's a big difference in cream and heavy cream. Trust me. When I eat apple strudel at my favorite German restaurant, I always order it with double heavy cream. Because it makes a difference. It tastes so good. Yeah. That's what it's all about, right? If you're going to eat something that you enjoy and enjoy it the way you like to eat it. That's important. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I'm all over the place. It's exciting. So stocking stuffers. We have the dice. There's dice pouches. It's always nice to have a dice pouch so your dice aren't everywhere and run around in your backpack. But there's miniatures. There's the player, the character cards, the character spell cards, just so many accessories for your DM. There's the new Dungeon Masters screen that came out, has a kit inside of it for creating on the fly dungeons and that. Okay, so that's what I wanted to throw out there. I have one more show right before Christmas. But listen, don't wait to the last minute, because I've told you guys this story, and I'll keep telling you again. If you see something you like, if you see something that you think that someone else will like, whoever it may be, get it. If you can, get it then and there. Because when you come back, it may not be there. Been there, done that. Yawning Portal is a perfect example of that. I came in, there weren't any. I keep telling you, those things are limited editions, like the Tiamat. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm going to go get Tiamat. You got to see Tiamat again. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right back. That's the way I am. I run off. Can you still hear me? Okay, hold on. Let me get Tiamat. You got to see Tiamat again. I'm grounding Tiamat. She's flying with me. We got to show Tiamat off. All right, I'm back. And And I got Tiamat. Okay, hold on. Look at Tiamat. Isn't this crazy? Look at this mamma jamma right here. Look at that. Whew, that's Tiamat. Look at that wingspan. I mean, hey, hello. I'm going to bring her up close. It is such an impressive thing. I think it's the most impressive thing that they've ever come out with. Look at this thing. Wow. Let me bring her up. Bring her over. Look at that. Whew. I tell you, it's the coolest thing. Anyway, all right. For some reason, I lost my visual. I don't know why I lost visual, but I did. You guys can still hear me, right? Okay. Well, anyway, look. I was closing up anyway. Your browser has lost connection to your camera. Make sure you know what? You guys can hear me, right? All right, so I'll finish with this. Just remember, Christmas is right around the corner. It's, wow, T-minus 8 days. That's crazy. Get your last minute shopping done. Come down to the collective. Get those stocking stuffers. Get those presents. Load it up. And as always, this is John from John's Dungeon Corner, hoping that the road always rises up to meet your feet and that all your adventures are successful. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy it. And don't forget, don't wait to the last second. All right. Farewell, everyone. Safe travels.